With the new Social Security increase officially announced with the 2.8% COLA, we have a brand new bill being introduced. With this new 2.8% COLA, we're seeing checks as high as $5,251 for retirees. But with this new bill, it could be even higher as the new bill targets Social Security COLA formula, changing the formula completely, and we actually have an official number. As I've shown you in the past, saying changing the CPIE or CPIW to the CPIE, we're now seeing that there could be an official number raise, and I'll let you know exactly how high that raise could be, what your new COLA would be if you got this new formula and this bill has passed. So I'm going to give you all that plus more important updates. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate these Social Security updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. So, as I mentioned before, retirees to get a $5,251 check after the 2.8% COLA increase, which has officially been announced a few days ago. Now, this number, 5,251, this is only for the highest earners. So for people who have earned a lot throughout their lifetime, they're going to get the maximum, which is the $5,251. If you're wondering how much you're going to get, well, easy way to figure that out, 2.8%, basically for every $1,000 you get, that's $28. So $28 for every $1,000. Basically, you could calculate it that way. Let's say average is $2,000. That's an additional $28, right? You could, $20 per thousand. So that's $56, right? That's the average there. But with this new bill, we could see an even higher COLA here. This one is called the Boosting Benefits and COLAs for Seniors Act. So it would allow SSA to consider adjusting formula if it would increase benefits for seniors. So a new bill would change the formula for Social Security cost of living adjustment to help seniors afford costs throughout retirement. The Boosting Benefits and COLAs for Seniors Act, introduced by a bunch of people here. I'm not going to go through all the names, but what they're considering is to base the Consumer Price Index for the elderly instead of the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners, depending on whether benefits would increase. So basically changing the CPIW and make it the CPIE, and it would just give you the whichever one is higher. Saying this from Senator Blumenthal, this overdue measure makes necessary adjustments to Social Security benefits, more accurately accounting for rising prices and inflation to better support older Americans. Our nation's seniors are struggling to afford basic necessities like food, medication, and clothing, and the overall cost of living index may not reflect their particular needs. This legislation ensures that older Americans have the support they deserve to live with dignity. Now, they say all this stuff, which is true. If you're on Social Security, you are probably struggling and barely able to afford basic necessities like food, medication, clothing, and overall cost of living, right? So I think what we need to do is have all of these Congress members live in your shoes for at least a month, and maybe we'll have a little more urgency to get a bill like this passed and give a higher wage or higher payments to Social Security recipients. Congress members making $174,000, cushy homes, vacation homes, multiple cars, fridges full of food, they don't understand the pain and the hunger that seniors are going through. So although they're saying this, we need them to experience it in order to have a little more urgency. So one of the largest differentiators with the CPIE formula is the heavy consideration of medical expenses along with other costs, say supporters of the change. The Senior Citizens League notes that the CPIE is specifically designed to represent older Americans' spending habits. While Social Security's official COLA figure at 2.8% is anticipated to rise benefits by $56 a month, much of that could be consumed by rising healthcare costs. So far, Medicare Part B premiums and several Part D plan premiums are on course to jump in the next year, experts say. saying this: those costs are currently skyrocketing, with Medicare Part B premiums projected to increase by twice as much as last year. The Boosting Benefits and COLAs for Seniors Act would correct this by incorporating a more accurate formula, the CPIE. Now, your COLA just went up, maybe an average of $56. What is your Medicare Part B premiums going to be? We don't know that yet, but what if it's $56? Then it completely negates any benefits boosted. It needs to be, I think, a little higher. Now, if you're wondering, what is the number here? What exactly are we seeing here, right? So this is another press release here. If you're curious, the exact number, how much higher the CPIE would be from the CPIW, I'm going to give you that in a moment. I just thought this is another article here. I don't know if it's important or not. This is the guy, Sheldon Whitehouse. I've showed you videos before. He's the one who proposed this legislation, along with other Social Security legislation as well. Interesting here. I don't know if this is important or not, but his net worth is $25 billion. 50th highest net worth in Congress. Does that even matter? I don't even know why they mentioned that in this. He's approximately invested $22 billion publicly traded assets. So does that matter? I don't know. Let me know. But when it comes to the math behind Social Security raise, the flawed math behind your Social Security raise, it doesn't make sense, right? So those on Social Security will be getting a bigger check, 2.8%, but groceries, medicine, and housing might be rising faster for older adults by 3.1%. According to an inflation measure favored by many experts, this mismatch is perhaps why only 22% of Americans 50 plus told AARP the cost of living adjustment would be enough. So only 22% said the COLA is enough, right? So if your costs are going up 3.1%, your COLA went up 2.8%, Medicare Part B premiums probably going to eat away at your COLA. Something's got to give here. Now, if you're wondering what the exact number is, I asked AI to figure this out because we keep saying, oh, we need to change it to the CPIE instead of the CPIW. Well, what is the actual difference? So since the COLA for 2026 just came out, I found it out what it would be for 2025. So while the yearly difference might appear small, the compound effect of slightly larger annual COLAs would lead to significantly higher Social Security benefits for retirees over time. For instance, a Congressional Research Service reported that for 2025, using the CPIE would have yielded a hypothetical 3% COLA instead of the actual 2.5% for CPIW. So there's the difference there, 2.5%. I really wish they would say that in their bills, right? So for the Boosting Benefits and COLAs for Seniors Act, if they're really proposing to have the CPIE take over the CPIW, why not just say, hey, it's going to give you a 0.5% difference? If that was the case, I don't know if people would be as enthusiastic over it. So for example, this year for next year, 2026, 2.8% is what the new COLA is. Let's say a 0.5% difference with the CPIE, that would make it a 3.3%, right? So 3.3% versus 2.8%. Is that enough for you? It's hard enough to get any type of Social Security bill to have a vote in Congress, but is that one worth it? Compared to, let's say, Bernie Sanders' bill, which would give you an automatic $200 more per month across the board, right? $200 versus a 0.5%. So yeah, I don't know if that's worth it. I just wanted to give you all that info. If you appreciate that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more detailed Social Security updates like this. And that is all the news that I have today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you one thing that you should do. When you want to do something, you have the power to do whatever you want. Unless, one thing, you believe in yourself. That's the only trick. So that's all I wanted to tell you for today. Bye. This is the Bella.
There is a major rule change that Congress did back in 1983 that is actually going to take effect coming very soon for Social Security recipients. If you're curious what this rule is, how it can actually affect your personal Social Security, you're going to want to click this video over here, and I'll see you in that video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.